Line of Sight is a first-person shoot-'em-up game that puts in the eyes of one of many characters. It takes place in one of multiple battlefields, and is specifically multiplayer. Today we'll be looking at Line of Sight on is it worth your buy? And to be honest, it is free, so it basically is it worth your hard drive? And the best way to describe this game before we get into this is a mix of Call of Duty and Counter-Strike. Let's check out this game.
Kill! Headshot!
Line of Sight is a multiplayer-only game that lets you choose multiple characters and a wide range of guns, which already starts to downfall as it would have been cool to have a small campaign to go through, especially for each character in their story. But it is a free game, so I'm not complaining. But as for the guns go, this includes snipers, assault rifles, pistols, knives, SMGs, and more. You obtain these guns by either leveling up your character and then purchasing them with gold, or if you're not leveled up high enough, you can spend gems, which you have to use real dollars to obtain. Usually it is only for about 3 days. If you want to own the weapon, you can spend a little boatload of more cash to gain the weapon permanently. Although it costs a lot of money for weapons, all the weapons are equally balanced, which makes it nice for players that are not willing to spend money. You can equip your guns with attachments such as red dot sights, silencers, and much more, which you can also spend your money on. There's also a downside, which is there are no weapon camos, which it isn't the best. I would have done something like COD, where once you get all the camos, you get the gold camo. One thing you can do to get other weapons is the weapons of the day, which allows you to try certain weapons for a limited time with no charge. There's also a random box in the game that once you pay gems, it gives you rare weapons to use, but I find it more of a waste of money since they're all just the same. There's also a special abilities that allow you to throw a giant fireball at someone. I'm not sure about you guys, but if I could throw a freaking giant fucking fireball, just hurl it at someone, I think that would have been pretty freaking cool. The gameplay is not clunky, though I do sometimes get caught on invisible ledges, which is one of the most rage-inducing, self-loathing, keyboard-smashing worst things about the game. As for health in the game, you start off with a shield and a health bar, but once it's gone until you die, which makes it really nice so really good players can't be too good. The minimap is probably the most infuriating thing, as it constantly gives out your position, so you can't wait for someone to come by to kill them. As for the enemies go, if you have one in your sights, they glow with an outline of red, which is great to target on, but it also does the same to you. The objective of the game is to win the match and gain XP. Speaking of XP, the ranking up system in the game is almost exact replica of Call of Duty. But nothing is taken away because every game is like that now. As for the variety of matches go, there is a free-for-all, team deathmatch, and 1v1. And those are the only ones anyone ever plays, so the other ones no one plays, so you can't get a match. As for matchmaking, it's divided up by sections of the world. Some are more popular than others. Another thing that would have been nice is if they had special ops like in the Modern Warfare franchise. It would have been cool to use abilities to kill them. Now, this would have been a cool game to play with friends, but the problem is how hard it is to hook up with friends. It is so hard on this game to hook up with friends, as you have to first friend them, and then you have to go to a certain screen, and then you have to click buddy box, and then once you have that checked, then all your friends have to join the same server, or else it all messes up. And then once you join that same server, then you can finally play. But if it fills up before, then you're screwed. So basically, it is really hard to join a game with friends, as it makes it a lot harder, and I just don't recommend doing it because it makes it way more complicated than it has to be. So that was one of the things that they need to fix, because I'm pretty sure this is a beta still, so if you can fix that, game developers, that would be great. And the last but most significant thing about the game is the incredible graphics. Now, never have I ever seen a game that's free with these types of graphics. I found myself at times gawking over the graphics and how good they look. Not to mention all the little details like how your gun smokes after you finish shooting, or if you shoot a pot, how it glows red with a bullet penetration point. Get your minds out of the gutter. Everything about the graphics seemed flawless. Now, overall, Line of Sight is a great deal. Plus, with such great graphics and such great gameplay and such great multiplayer, it shouldn't be free. It's so good because of it being free. Plus, it having just amazing graphics and amazing gameplay. I'm gonna give it an 8.65 out of 10. You're welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, oh yeah, by the way, it is worth your buy. Correct, it is worth your buy. You should buy that thing or download it or whatever as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscription button. It's right freaking down there. Just freaking do it. God. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and as always, stay cool, and I'll see you guys next time.